Hi guys, let's discuss current affairs for the week. We start with a question on the new Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney. This guy is a liberal. He belongs to the same party as the outgoing guy, Justin Trudeau. As you know, Justin Trudeau was a liberal and he was he had riled a lot of governments around the world, including, of course, the current U.S. government led by Donald Trump. And of course, his tolerance of, or he actually propped up the Khalistani forces because these guys make for a substantial vote bank in Canada, and they have always voted for the liberals. So, any which way, Mark Carney has come in replacing Justin Trudeau. Now, the thing about this is that, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand are three major countries which, at the time of their independence from Britain, chose to retain the British monarch as the head of their own country. Let me repeat. At the time of independence from Britain, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada, of course, you could add Barbados, you could add Jamaica, you could add, what is this country? Belize, Belize. All these countries chose to retain the British monarch as the head of their own country. So, you have, Canada, Australia, to add New Zealand. Even today, the head of these countries is the British monarch. British monarch. Let me bring to you a bit more. Canada, my friends, is the second largest country in the world by area. It's a little over 99 lakh square kilometers. 99 lakh square kilometers, and that you could also look at it this way. While 99 lakh square kilometers, it has the longest coastline of any nation in the world. Longest coastline, and its border with the US-Canada border, which is a little over 8,800 kilometers, is the longest border between any two countries. Okay, US-Canada border. So three things you should know. It's the second largest country in the world by area. That's a little over 99 lakh square kilometers. It has the longest coastline for any country. And of course, the US-Canada border, the international border between these two countries, also make it the longest boundary, international border in the world. Now, its population is pretty small. It's about a little over 4 crores, 4.1 crore to be precise. Okay. So, things are pretty bad in Canada. It's going to, the economy is tanking. Things are not looking up also. They are not likely to go up anytime soon, my friends. Yeah. That's a bit about Canada. And it's not a country that has been immigrant friendly in the recent past. Any which way, we are quite familiar with these countries like Argentina, named after the argentum, which is silver. It's the only country in the world named after an element. That's argentum, which is silver. The president here is Javier Milei. Only in this case, I'll mention this. Javier Milei is a rightist. He's bringing in a lot of economic reforms in this country, which is, of course, as he mentioned, as he told his constituents, that it would create a lot of problems. Things will get worse before they would get better, is what he told them. And of course, while I mentioned that this is the only country I'll talk about, Peru. Peru's president is Dina Boluarte. This is the president, and please know that it's a little over 12 lakh square kilometers big, and Argentina is about 27 lakh square kilometer big. I think it's the 8th largest country in the world, by area. Who won the World Junior Chess Championship 2025 in the open section in Petrovac, Montenegro? Montenegro is a country in the former Yugoslavian Federation. You must be familiar with Serbia, Croatia. You would find Montenegro in the same place. Ladies and gentlemen, Pranav Venkatesh has won the boys junior World Chess Championship. As far as the women is concerned, the girls section is concerned, the girls winner was Anna Shukman. Anna Shukman of Russia. Okay, this is the name. Anna Shukman of Russia won the, you know, World Championship, World Junior Chess Championship for girls. So, boys, our Pranav Venkatesh. There's hardly anything else to discuss here, but it is likely that Pranav would get a direct entry into, you know, the Tata Candidates Chess Tournament. From here, let's go to the next one, and that, ladies, oh yeah, here. Name the 12th edition of the India-Kyrgyzstan Joint Special Forces exclusive, exercise due to take place in Kyrgyzstan. This is where we are, our country India, and this is Pakistan, Afghanistan. See, this is the true boundary of India and Pakistan. This is where you have, our control. This is, a bit slightly, this map is not very clear. It's Jari, you can see here. Yeah. But right above this, you see this is Pakistan occupied Kashmir here, Pakistan occupied Ladakh and all. And consequently, this is, while this is our country, please remember one more thing, my friends. Afghanistan shares a short border with India. This is it. Okay, this one. It's about 106 kilometers. That's about it. But no book will show you this because they would regard, POK as part of Pakistan. But it's occupied. Now it's our territory. So you have Tajikistan here. This is Kyrgyzstan. With Kyrgyzstan, we, have a military exercise called what? Khanjar? Yeah, Khanjar, my friends. Khanjar, as you know, is a, is an offensive weapon, kind of knife actually. Yeah. And what should you know about Kyrgyzstan? Kyrgyzstan, my friends, the capital is Bishkek. The capital is Bishkek or Bishkek, and the president is Sadir Zaparov. Sadir Zaparov. Okay, yeah. The first one is the capital, second is the name of the president. You can see countries like Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan. Now you can see this is China, my friends. Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan are home to a movement that is calling for, this particular part to be merged with, the greater Turkestan, East Turkestan. This is what they want to make it. It's called the ETIM, East Turkestan Independence Movement. Let's see where it goes because, China has been ruling this area, Xinjiang province, with an iron fist. Yeah. So from there, we could go to the next one. Let me clear Zaparov's name from here. Madhav National Park has been notified as India's 58th Tiger Reserve. Tiger project designed to, protect India's tigers was started in 1973. Let me repeat, 1973. And ladies and gentlemen, this Madhav National Park is near Gwalior. I think it was previously called Shivpuri National Park. Now it's called Madhav National Park. And it's in Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh is home to a lot of national tiger reserves like Kanha Tiger Reserve, you have Bandhavgarh, Pench, all of this. Now, let me take you further on this. One national, national park or something you could add to Odisha would be Similipal. Odisha. One tiger reserve or national park in Uttar Pradesh, Dudhwa. Gujarat, the Gir National Park. Rajasthan, you could look at the Ranthambore National Park. Ranthambore. You could also find it as Ranthambore. Basically, no harm. Don't worry too much about it. So remember, Project Tiger was launched in 1973. And there is something called Project Elephant that was launched in 1992. Okay, from there to the next one, Sumant Katpalia is the embattled CEO and MD who has been reappointed as in the same roles of IndusInd Bank. This IndusInd Bank is controlled by the Hinduja family. The Hinduja family. The Hinduja brothers are four, and things are pretty bad. One of them is dead. One of them died recently, and things are not good looking up for the group. You must be familiar with Ashok Leyland. Ashok Leyland, commercial vehicle maker. You have Gulf Oil, all owned by the Hindujas. Okay, so the CCs, Sumant Katpalia will be the will continue to be the the CEO and MD of this bank. This bank had been castigated, rebuked, scolded by the RBI for having invested 1,500 crores in derivatives and everything, and that has been a substantial loss for the bank. Now, coming to S Bank, the CEO is Prashant Kumar. What's the name? Prashant Kumar. Kotak Mahindra Bank, Ashok Vaswani, Vaswani. Ashok Vaswani is the CEO of Kotak Mahindra Bank or Kotak Mahindra Bank. ICICI Bank, Sandeep Bakshi. Amitabh Chaudhary runs Axis Bank. Axis Bank, Amitabh Chaudhary. ICICI Bank, Sandeep Bakshi. Kotak Mahindra Bank, Ashok Vaswani. Yes Bank, Prashant Kumar. As per the YouGov India Value Rankings 2025, which is India's most valuable brand, this American company called Amazon. Amazon is India's most valuable brand. Yeah. Second is Flipkart. Flipkart is Singapore based. Remember this, it's based in Singapore. Okay. It's owned by an American company called Walmart. Walmart. Walmart owns Flipkart, and but it's headquartered in Singapore. So the top three companies would be these three, the same order. Amul is the highest ranked Indian company in this list. Okay. So Amazon, foreign company, that American company. Flipkart, Singapore based American company. Amul, of course, Indian company. It's run by GCMMF, which is Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation. Let me repeat, Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation, run by J.N. Mehta. J.N. Mehta. J.N. Mehta is the MD. The fourth is Tanishq. This is owned by Tatas. It's owned by Titan. Titan is owned by Tata. So Tanishq is a brand owned by Titan. Titan is owned by Tata. The fifth brand is not Zomato but MMT. What is it? In the same rankings. MMT is Make My Trip. Make My Trip. So these are the top 5 brands, my friends. Vikas Kaushal. The government of India has been looking at lateral placements, not IAS, not IPS officers, not system-based personnel. It's looking at expertise from the private sector. Someone who's done a great job in the private sector could also apply to become the CEOs of certain public sector companies and certain secretarial positions as well. So, one of those guys has been selected. His name is Vikas Kaushal. Vikas Kaushal will be the new CMD of HPCL, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited. Okay, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited. Okay, look at choices here. These are all public sector companies. Yes, IOCL is headed by A.S. Sahani. A.S. Sahani. Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, Arun Kumar Singh. Gas Authority of India Limited, if I am not wrong, Sandeep Kumar Gupta. And BHEL, Sadashiv Murthy Koppu. Let me repeat, A.S. Sahani heads Indian Oil Corporation. Arun Kumar Singh is CMD of Oil and Natural Gas Corporation. Sandeep Kumar Gupta is the CMD of GAIL, and BHEL is headed by Sadashiv Murthy Koppu. Okay. From there, we could go to the next one. Team India has won the 2025 ICC Champions Trophy for a record third time. The Champions Trophy was started in 1998. The host was Bangladesh in those days. Okay. And India had previously won it in 2002 and 13. 2 and 13. If I'm not wrong, this is, in fact, there was a dual winners. India and Sri Lanka had won together, because twice in 2 days matches were held, but unfortunately rains had washed out on both days. So, and of course now. So, these are the 3 times, India had won, 3 occasions India had won the Champions Trophy. This year, 2025, the player of the tournament was Rachin Ravindra of New Zealand. He scored the highest runs in the tournament. Rachin Ravindra was the player of the series, player of the Champions Trophy, my friends, for having scored the maximum runs. The most wickets were taken by another New Zealander, Mike Henry. I don't think he played in the final because I think he had an injury, head injury something. One was shoulder, the other was head as well. So from there, what was the theme of the International Women's Day this year? Accelerate action. As you know, the International Women's Day is celebrated on 8th March. And the idea is to highlight, gender parity, or rather lack of it, how women are subjugated, to highlight, address issues like reproductive rights and everything. Now, when did it start? It started in 1922. How did it start? There was this guy, Russian dictator called Vladimir Lenin. Lenin declared March 8th, 1922 as International Women's Day to acknowledge the contribution of Russian women in the Russian Revolution. Yes, that's how it started. In 1922, Vladimir Lenin, the father of the Russian Revolution and the president in those days of the country, declared March 8th as International Women's Day to celebrate the contribution of the Russian women to the Great Russian Revolution. That's how it all started, my friends. Okay. Which Indian chess grandmaster has won the Prague Masters 2025? Arvind Chidambaram. Yeah, this guy has won this Prague Masters. Prague is the capital of Czech Republic. What is it? Czech Republic. Remember this. Czech Republic. There used to be a country called Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia broke up. It broke up on 1st January 1993. 1st January 1993. Czechoslovakia became 2 separate countries, Czech Republic, Slovakia, and it was a smooth divorce. That's why it's called the Velvet Divorce. Okay, that's the capital, and of course, there's hardly anything else to discuss here. But let me bring in, since we are on the subject of Czech Republic, the Prime Minister of this country is Petr Fiala. Petr Fiala. Okay, that's the leader of this country. From there, the next one, as per the CIPRI report. What is CIPRI? Stockholm. Stockholm is the capital of Sweden. Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. Let me repeat. Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. As per the CIPRI report, which country was the world's largest importer of major arms during 2024? The last between the year of the COVID breakout and till about last year. In these 5 years, which country imported more than 100 times its imports in the previous 5 years? It was Ukraine, my friends, because of its ongoing war with Russia. Okay. Number 2, my friends, top 3 importers. Top 3 arms importers. Fair? 1, Ukraine. 2, India. 3, Qatar. You should know the top 3. These are the top 3. Top 3 importers. What about top 3 exporters? Top 3 exporters. 1. United States. 2. France. 3. Russia. Russia historically has been the second largest exporter, but the war in Ukraine is consuming its own products basically. Yeah. But you see this, 28% of French arms and 38% of Russian arms came to India. So 28% of French arms and 38% of Russian arms were imported by India. For them, it's a huge market. India is a huge market. Okay. That's a good thing to learn, my friends. Top 3 importers, top 3 exporters. I think we covered pretty much everything you should know about this top 3 importers, exporters. Which country presided over the 68th session of the United Nations Commission on Narcotic Drugs in Vienna? This organization is a part of what is called ECOSOC. It's a part of what is called ECOSOC. ECOSOC is United Nations Economic and Social Council. Yeah, Economic and Social Council, ECOSOC. Right? So this is one. This is what you should know. 2, it's headquartered in Vienna, which is mentioned there. Vienna, as you know, is the capital of Austria. 3, it was started in 1946. I don't want to discuss the presidency because it rotates every month. So it does not make sense, isn't it? Yeah. So, I mean, drugs are a nuisance. A while ago I was reading an article about the use of drugs by pre-primary students in Kerala. Can you believe that? Can you believe that, my friends? LKG students, LKG, UKG students are using drugs because they don't know what are they. So they are getting the drug peddlers, sellers are getting them hooked at a very early age, and this is leading to a major health crisis, in Kerala and other parts of India. The article was about Kerala, so yeah, sad. It's very sad. There is Haryana, there is Punjab, which are battling badly, madly against the menace, drugs menace, but it's come to south, and while it's been the unspoken truth till date, someone has dared to write an article, which is a very good thing. Some kind of awareness would come. Parents would be that much more aware, that much more careful about their kids, putting their hands on things that are not, desirable. Okay. Colombia, as you know, is called the drugs capital of the world. So is Mexico. Foxconn has recently unveiled its large language model named FoxBrain. What is Foxconn? This company, my friends, is a $213 billion company. Okay, $213 billion company. Can you believe this? Reliance Industries is $100 billion. So what does Foxconn do? Well, it doesn't own any product of its own, but it's the world's largest contract manufacturer of electronic goods. World's largest contract manufacturer of electronic goods. It manufactures all the phones, all products of Apple, iPad, iPod, iPhone. They're all made by this company. It's assembled, all these are assembled by this company. Microsoft owns Xbox, this company. PlayStation, Sony's PlayStation. Then Nintendo. Nintendo is it owns a gaming console called Wii. It's pronounced V. It makes them. BlackBerry phones in the past, all of them were made by this company. Yeah, it's a huge company, my friends. It's a massive company. It's headquartered in a place called Taipei. Okay, which is the capital of Taiwan, and it is It was started by a man called Terry Gou. Founder Terry Gou. This is a headquarters, that's a turnover, and this is the status. World's largest contract manufacturer of electronic goods. One more thing you could learn is the current CEO. The current CEO of this company is Yang Liu. Okay, they have operations in India also. Now they have come up with an AI model. According to the World Air Quality Report 2024 by IQ Air, identify the current statements. All of them are correct. 13 of the 20 most polluted cities in the world are in India. Delhi is the world's most polluted capital city. And of course, India ranks the world's 5th most polluted country in the world. What are the top 5? We'll just take this here. Okay. World's most polluted country is Chad, C-H-A-D. What is it? Chad. It's in Africa, Sahara Desert. 2, Bangladesh. 3, Pakistan. Okay. Bangladesh. 4 is DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo. Democratic Republic of the Congo. Democratic Republic of the Congo is in the heart of Africa. And 5th is, of course, India. 5th is India. These are the 5 most polluted countries in the world. Which city, which metropolitan city would be the most polluted in the world? There is a small place, Birnhat. Birnhat is on the border with Meghalaya's border with Assam. So it's actually in Meghalaya. It falls in Meghalaya, but it's on the border with Assam. The world's most polluted metropolitan area. World's least polluted metropolitan area is Mayaguez, which, ladies and gentlemen, is in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Least polluted metropolitan area in the world, most polluted metropolitan area in the world. See, so much extra information could come in, my friends. Otherwise, we'll just read, okay, all of them are right. But you see, here ranked 5th. So, what are the top 4? Yeah, worse than India, of course. And most polluted metropolitan area, least polluted metropolitan area. Good to learn. It's always good to learn things, my friends. At nearly 1,000 kilometers in length, India has the 3rd largest metro network in the world. Okay. Which country has the largest metro network? 1 is China. Its metro network is nearly 14,000 kilometers. 14,000 kilometers long. Okay. A little over 13,400. I just made it 14. Okay. Second is United States, that is about 1,400 kilometer. K is kilo is 1,000, so 1,400 kilometers, network. And India is, of course, the 3rd one is India. You can write this. That's the length. Yeah, it's picking up in India. Things are picking up. Infrastructure development, especially metro development, is there in in Pune, in what is that place? In Nagpur, Lucknow, Jaipur. We always have had this. We already have had this in Hyderabad, which is hugely successful. Bangalore, Cochin, yeah, Calcutta, the first one, and of course Mumbai. Mumbai has a different kind of. It's multimodal. Anyway. Oh, let me clear this. According to the 2025 Brand Finance Insurance 100 rankings, globally, LIC is ranked 12th. Okay. Overall ranking, this is the strongest insurance brand, is 3rd, sorry. Yeah. But overall, the most powerful insurance bank in the world is a Chinese company called Ping An. What is it? Ping An. Ping An is the world's most powerful insurance brand. Chinese. Number 2 is Allianz yeah, which is a German brand. I think number 3 is AXA. So there are 2 European brands here and 1 Chinese. Yeah, these are the global rankings, and remember this is secured position as the 3rd strongest. See, the details that I have found, I'll bring this question next week again. There is a dispute, with regard to choices. I think if I'm incorrect, I'll bring this in because I just saw this question a while ago. I was in 2 minds and I wanted to discuss with you guys as well. Why don't you find on your own as to which is most powerful insurance brand? 12th, whether it's LIC 12th or 3rd, basically. Yeah. Let us see. Don't worry. It's always good to have disputes between you and me. Not really between you and me, but between questions, choices, and all that. What is an investment of $3 billion to its name? Little over $3 billion in 2024, which country is the top source of FDI, foreign direct investment, in Dubai? Dubai is an emirate of the United Arab Emirates. India is, my friends. India is. See, the total, let me bring to you the total exports and imports, total trade between India and the United Arab Emirates. United Arab Emirates, okay? So, from India's perspective, our exports are something like $27 billion. All numbers USD, United States dollar in billion, okay? Our imports are something like 46. We import goods and services worth $46 billion, but our exports are just 27. So that, ladies and gentlemen, gives us a deficit, a trade deficit of minus 19%. My math is bad, but I think I'm right now. Okay, $19 billion. So overall, India's 3rd largest trade partner is United Arab Emirates. Number 1 as of now, today, is China. Number 2 is United States. Number 3 is the UAE. US and China keep changing rankings, but the third place has been more or less secured by the UAE. Total exports from India, total imports from the UAE, and of course the total deficit we have had with the UAE in the last, what is the period? Yeah, I did not tell you this. April to December 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, this is about the first 9 months of the current financial year. First 9 months of the current financial year. Okay? Yeah. Pretty good stuff. Okay. From there, we could go to the next one. Which country has honored Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the Grand Commander of the Order of the Star and Key of the Indian Ocean? There is a country here called Mauritius. What is this? Mauritius. Let me take this line off. Mauritius. This is Mauritius. See, I took this map from africaguide.com. So, it's not mine. Wherever there is a source, I'll share the source with you. Okay. But I found the map to be pretty colorful, and of course, it's black background. So, it actually, the colors, are well projected. This is Mauritius. Mauritius, my friends, is run from, what is this here? It's Port Louis. That's the capital. Port Louis. And its Prime Minister is a guy called Navneet Ramagulam. Nearly, 2/3 of the population is of Indian origin. 2/3 of the population is of Indian origin in this place. Yeah. This is Madagascar, before India broke away as part of the movement of the plates, the Indian plate went up. This was a part of South India. It was a part of India, Madagascar. Yeah. About, 11 million years back, that is 1.1 crore years back, it kind of broke away. It stayed where it was. We went up. Okay. It's also the world's largest, if I'm not wrong, the world's largest producer of vanilla. Madagascar, that is. Ain't it a colorful map, guys? Yeah, it is. So, Maldives we know, Madagascar is there. Since the choice is also mentioned, Antananarivo is a capital. Antananarivo. The president is and Rogelina. It's not important. Marshall Islands in the passive question. Mauritania. This is Mauritania. Yeah, the capital is mentioned here. Nouakchott. Okay, yeah, it's a pretty large country. Almost, I think, little over 15 lakh, 18 lakh square kilometers kind of place. It's a pretty large country. Yeah. As on March 12, 2025, which three firms have, all of them actually, have signed agreements with SpaceX to offer Starlink's high-speed satellite internet services in the country. Bharti Airtel, Jio, Reliance Jio and BSNL, Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, have signed agreements to offer, broadband to consumers in different far-flung places. And this Starlink is a part of a company called SpaceX, Space Exploration Corporation, started and owned by Elon Musk, who is also the CEO. Okay, Space Exploration Corporation. Now, one more thing you need to know is this, that Starlink, what it does is, it has a constellation of satellites. So, it is a satellite constellation network. Satellite, it releases small satellites into space. It has about 800 satellites up in space, and through satellites, it provides broadband connectivity. So, it's internet. Internet is satellite broadband connectivity. What is it? Satellite broadband connectivity of internet. So, you should read politics into it, because SpaceX is owned by Elon Musk. Elon Musk is close to Donald Trump, and our government of India is trying to cozy up to Donald Trump, because that's good in our country's interest, my friends. Simple. It's economics. It's good for us, all of us. Leap Bhutan is the new CEO of Intel Corporation. Oh, Intel has lost out of big times. Basically, recently it's not been doing well, especially in light of this AI revolution. So the previous CEO, Pat Gelsinger, was fired, and Leap has come in his place. Okay, Intel is Integrated Electronics, Int and EL, Integrated Electronics. That's how the name comes. Okay. Advanced Micro Devices, it's run by a person called Lisa Su. Qualcomm, Cristiano Amano. Cristiano Amano is a CEO. I think two are enough. Too many CEOs won't help. Okay. Yeah. Qualcomm, Quality Communications. You know this CDMA and all that? That's a company that owns the patent for code division multiple access technology, CDMA. They are the owners of Snapdragon, all these kinds of processors, advanced processors. Yeah. Which of the following have retained the domestic systemically important insurance tag? These are too big to fail. In case they go down, they will take with them a lot of other companies down. Please know that. That's why the government says that these are too big to fail. That's why they are given this tag. They are an important integral part of the financial system in India. We have the domestically important, domestic systemically important banks also, SIBs. State Bank of India, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank. So, in case these banks have a crisis, the government of India will step in, like in this case, yeah, and rescue them, because they are too big to fail. Yeah. Name the initiative launched by the United Nations General Secretary Antonio Guterres. He is of Portugal. He belongs to Portugal. Okay. Aimed at improving efficiencies and improvements in the way the UN works. UN 80. Why 80? Because the UN was established in 1945. 24th October 1945. So we are in the 80th year, my friend. That's why UN 80. Okay? Yeah. Which general insurance company was acquired by Patanjali Ayurved Limited and DS Group for approximately 4,500 crores? Magma General Insurance. Who owns this company? Adar Poonawalla. Adar Poonawalla is the CEO of Serum Institute of India, the vaccine company. This Patanjali, Baba Ramdev and Balakrishna, his Prataj, his follower. DS is Dharampal Satyapal Group. What is it? Dharampal Satyapal Group. Let me repeat. Dharampal Satyapal Group. If you have not heard of him, this group, please know, these guys make Rajnigandha. Can you believe this? These guys make Rajnigandha and now they have so big, they are buying a general insurance company. With that. So, identify the correct statements regarding ISRO satellite launches. ISRO was started in 1969. ISRO was started in 1969. This is 15th August 1969. And in the last 9-10 years, they have launched more than nearly 93 foreign satellites, almost 400 foreign satellites. A remarkable achievement because this brings in a lot of paisa and it's a testimony of the world's faith in our systems. Yeah, it earned nearly 143 million in foreign exchange revenue through satellite launches, and of course, these satellites were launched through PSLV, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. The H in vehicle is silent, so we say vehicle. Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. LVM is Launch Vehicle Mark. Launch Vehicle Mark. SSLV is Small Satellite Launch Vehicle. Remember, LV is always Launch Vehicle. Okay. So, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. Launch Vehicle Mark. Small Satellite Launch Vehicle. That's how it is. So, from here, the next one. Oh, we are done, my friends. Thank you for being here. Have a lot of fun. Stay curious.